What's up, guys? Matthew here, getting ready to watch the 7th episode of Frieren Beyond Journey's End. Last we saw, Stark has sort of officially joined our crew, and a very quick bond with Fern, in my opinion. I think they're sort of two peas in a pod, not only just personality-wise, I feel like they play really well off each other, but also it's almost like they're stuck with this ancient primordial being that they're being slowly tortured by, obviously in a fun way, nothing serious. And I love, dude, the characters in the show are so good. Like, so wholesome, and oh my god. If they ever do some crazy shit, like tug on my heartstrings, kill someone, or something dark happens, I would be in utter shock. I would be in a state of panic. I would be shaking, crying. I don't know. But I'm ready to get into the episode. If you guys like the video, drop a like, leave a comment. I'd appreciate it. I have got the full length reactions up on Patreon. I am most likely multiple weeks ahead, so if you're interested in checking those out, the link is in the description. And most importantly, if you like the content that I make, I'd really appreciate it if you subscribe. It really helps me out. Let's get into it. これが今までで一番出来のいいに How are they imitating it if they don't? If they never saw the original print?
しかし、こうも偽物しかないと本物が実在するかどうかわからなく
Is this where you reveal that you
人類の魔法の階層フランメ自体がおとぎ話のようなもの
gonna reveal?
そうだね。それだけの年月が経った。あの人の顔を覚えているのは
Holy shit. Old motherfucker. She might be as old as my mom. They look scared of her.
それすごいことなの？
当たり前です。こういう時はしっかり褒め
Thank you. She's like a little I would say like a child, but it's more like an elderly, you know what I mean, in an old person's home or something like that. Jeez. Still the same year. Not skipping years. Dude, why do old people shrink so much in this? I mean, that's a recurring thing in anime, honestly.
なあ、こんなことする必要あるのか？
不満なの？報酬は悪くないよ。
We help people on our way. That's what we do.
手場所を向こう側に運んだりできるだろう。
What about other people?
それだと後の人が困るでしょ。で、フェルンが言って。
We need to teach him the ways of helping.
自分勝手だね、シュタルクは。
お前にだけは言われたくね
え。Oh shit, big guns coming in.
そっちは一旦置いておいて、こっちを手伝ってもらっていいですか？シュタルク様。
なあ、そのシュタルク様。
You just want Stark?
落ち着かないんだ。年だってそんな変わらねえだろ。
そうですか。わかりました。シュタルク、さっさとこっち手伝って。早く。
タメ口！そういうのじゃなくてさ、さん付けとか。
What's up, bro?
あともっと愛想よくしてくれよ。傷つきやすいんだよ。
めんどくさいなこいつ。
こいつって言った。
Dude, again, I like to compare animes that I like to other animes I like. So a lot of One Piece vibes in the sort of camaraderie with our comrades. It's like Usopp and Nami. I mean, Robin. This is so fucking beautiful too.
長く生きてきましたが生まれて初めて見ました。
まあ珍しいからね。そういえばフリーレン様。
Yeah, dude. Like, where are the other elves? Do you have parents? How many species are in this world?
私だって同族を見たのは数えるほどしかないよ。
Why did you not stick around? They're just like loners?
長くは生きるけど、恋愛感情や生殖本能みたいなものが軒並み欠落しているからね。
Fine then. Maybe it was unrequited love from Himmel.
最後に同族と会ったのは400年以上前だ。
Jesus Christ.
近いのかもね。
Yeah, I mean, if you don't have romantic interests or anything like that, how do you procreate?
今日は
勇者ヒンメル様ご一行がこの地域を支配していた。
Oh my god, dude. We're like perfectly goddamn lined up with the timing.
あったっけね。
解放祭はその日を記念したも
Is there someone in this?
町の中央広場にあるヒンメル様たちの像を飾り付け、町全体で盛大に祝うのです。
It's gonna be awkward when Frieren shows up right next to her statue.
何でもかんでも祭りに従う。
You saved the fucking world!
80年以上も前に
This isn't a human thing, Frieren. You saved the world for everyone, apparently.
で去るのに十分すぎる時間です。それでもこの日だけは皆
You gonna list them out and then look to your left? Yeah,
ていく5回か
that might be the worst statue yet.
ね。
ヒンメルってよく像作ってもらっているよ。
What a great shot.
みんなに覚えていてほしいと思ってね。僕たちは君と違って長く生きるわけじゃ。
Oh my god.
後世にしっかりと僕のイケメンぶりを残して。
He's such a fucking goober.
一番の理由は君が未来で一人ぼっちにならないようにする。
Fuck you, don't make me cry, Himmel.
おとぎ話じゃない。僕たちは確かに実在したんだ。
Fuck you, Himmel.
こうやって
I'm tired of you motherfuckers making me cry with these flashbacks.
この功績を称えるのです。そういえばあなたは勇者様ご一行の
Astute observation, sir.
似ていらっしゃる。
これ100年後も続いているかな。
Hope so.
この町が続く限りは。
1000年後は。
それはわかりませんな。
It's a long fucking time. I mean, not well for you. Yeah, it's a long time too.
そういえばこの旅の目的地ってまだ聞いてなかったな。どこなんだ？
天国。
そいつは楽しそうだ。
Same year still. Graf Granat. This is incredible. This should be a fucking video game.
とりあえず買い出し当番決めようぜ。
Yeah, like this doesn't feel like some big like world-ending journey. Like it feels like just people hanging out.
街中ですよ。魔族だ。
Never mind. Oh my god! Is this like a peace treaty with a demon or something? Oh, this music is fucking incredible.
グラナト伯爵、あなたの差し金ですか？
リグナー殿、確かにわしはお前たちを殺したいほど憎んでいる。だが
Is this like the current ruler of the Demon King's army?
なるほどバカではないわ。
和睦の。
Lugner, is it? Or Lunar?
大方事情も知らぬ冒険者といったところだろう。
そういうことにしておきましょう。
This guy is fucking... Ugh.
冷静で殺意のこもった冷たい目だ。
The evil music is going crazy.
私たちを憎んでいるこの町の住人でさえ、私を見るときは怯えながらも人を見る目をしている。だが、君のその目は。
I mean, are you not? I mean, I don't want no offense. I mean, apparently you're your own species, but
実際にそうでしょう。お前たち魔族は人の声真似をするだけの言葉の通じない猛獣だ。
屋敷の地下牢に入れておけ。
don't fucking touch me. Really? We're just letting it happen? Guys, help me!
フリーレン様。
2、3年は反省しろってさ。
思ってた。
What do you mean?
同書の差し入れ持ってきて。
What the fuck do you mean?
フリーレン様は本当に時間を無駄にする。
We just gonna hang out in town for 2 years? Break her out.
で、魔族が和睦の使者ってどういうことなの？買い出しのついでに調べてきま
These
した。
demons are doing some political workings. Aura.
魔王直下の大魔族、七宝剣の一人
Seven
でしょ。
sages.
私たちとの戦いで配下のほとんどを失って
I'm surprised you did not wipe her out. Wipe everyone out completely.
アウラは28年も前に力を取り戻しています。この町はその軍勢と長い間戦ってきたようなのですが、
Weak ass demons.
したアウラ側が和睦の申し出をしてきたそうです。それで死者を受け入れたのか。悪手だね。魔族との対話なんて無駄な行為だ。
無駄ってことはねえだろう。言葉
I mean, maybe not these demons, but I think that maybe we can make peace with demons.
解決しないから無駄なんだよ。魔族は人食いの化け物だ。
I don't know. I don't want to call Frieren out for racism, but
理由を考えたことはある。
you speak the same language.
まだ子供だ。
それがどうしたというの？そいつは私たちの
Ate our daughter. God damn.
痛いよ。
Devil's tongue.
お母さん。
Convincing and scheming. But I don't, again, like, I don't know if we obviously haven't been acquainted with demons that much in the show so far. But what's to say that they don't have human emotions or... It's gonna eat your child, watch out.
畑の手伝いを探していたところだ。
ヒンメル、今殺しておかないと後悔するよ。だってあいつ。
フリーレン、僕たちには言葉がある。どうせこの村に
Manipulation.
するんだ。様子を見ようじゃないか。
You just got that fucking child killed. Well, Frieren, do it. Again, like, are they all to at their core evil, or are they just misunderstood?
なぜ村長を殺した？
I'm a demon. I'm on demon time. what you expect?
やっぱりあの時殺しておくべきだったんだわ。
Or are they like powerful, or are they like just the same exact strength as humans? That's why the war has been at a standstill.
毎日のように殺意を感じていました。私は平穏に過ごしたい。ですから用意しました。
Oh, they're not capable of understanding certain nuances.
私は何か選択を間違えて
There's like emotionless.
仕方がありません。
It's all scheming and thinking and planning. Holy crap.
もう止めないよね。お母さん。
No hesitation, cold-blooded.
またお母さんか。魔族は魔物と同じで子育ての習慣がなく、産み落とされてから多くの時間を天が
That's horrible.
なのに、なんでお母さんなんて言葉を使うの？
Manipulation?
だって殺せなくなるでしょ。
That's hard. That got me goosebumps right there. That's the first like real fucking creepy
言葉。
thing in this show.
奴らにとっての言葉は人類は
But why, like, what is the origin of them?
大
Like,
魔法使いフランメは言葉を話す魔物を魔族と定義づけた。
ah. Okay, so they're not all like actual demons. It's just any monster who can speak, maybe?
グラナト伯爵遅いですね。
人類の外交戦術だろう。それより気になるのはあの魔法使いだ。あの顔どこかで。
Guys, she is one of the most. She is the most famous person in the world.
しない猛獣か。
How does no one recognize her? I mean, it's been 80 fucking years, but still.
この町で彼女だけが我ら魔族の本質を理解。
Oh, they know they're evil too. Shit.
食らう捕食者が人の言葉を話す理由などただ一つ。
分かり合うための言葉ではなく、欺くための言葉。
Yes, I see that now.
この町ももう長くはないな。
Holy, we gotta kill him.
他に紛れて脱獄しよっと。
No, kill him. Save him.
出来のいい息子でな。早く家督を継いでわしに楽をさせると。生意気なことをよく言っておく。
Did they eat him? Baby eaters?
これは御前試合で陛下から賜った剣だ。
ご子息は今どちらに？
10年
Damn,
前に
badass.
アウラとの戦いで死んだ。
Oh my god. Okay.
帰ってきたのはこの剣だけだ。デュグ
Oh
ナー
my god. It's fucking Wyman Manderly right here. It was all a plan.
招き入れたのは息子の無念を晴らすためだ。死者はこの場で
Hey, if you can manipulate us, we can manipulate you back.
なんてクソくらい
Watch out, you're gonna die. They don't seem scared. Oh, he's gonna spin a web, spin a story.
この部屋はよく掃除が行き届いています。きっと10年前と変わらぬままなのでしょう。
それがどうした？
私もあなた方に殺された父上の部屋はそのままにして。
You're being manipulated. Just end it. I don't know. I'm not smart. I'm confused. I don't know who to believe. Just kill them.
誰かを悲しませるつもりですか？私たちには言葉があります。
Oh my
どう
god.
か話し合いの機会を。
It's over. The city's gonna be fucking burnt down. I wish we could. Frieren, I wish you could help them. Oh, they do have magic powers. And why is that motherfucker standing like a goddamn JoJo's character?
リュグナー様、父上って何？
なんだろうね。
This is great.
は我々に恨みがあるようだが、人情に熱いお方のようだ。取り入れれば和睦と称して、この町の防護結界を解除させることも可能だろう。あとはアウラ様の軍勢がこの町を滅ぼしてください。
This might be one of the best episodes of the show. I like how, it's our first really glimpse into evil.
ドラートの姿が見えないようだが。
邪魔者を消しに行くってさ。
Frieren?
先走ったな。若いやつは血の気が多くて困る。
ドラート殿、このような
I was sent.
ます客室に
Holy crap! This episode fucking took a steep, dark turn.
面会時間ではないはずだけど。
断頭台のアウラが配下、首切り役人の一人、ドラートだ。
You gonna step to me?
お前を殺しに来た。
You gonna step to me?
そう。外交ごっこはもう終わり？
これからさ。
ふん。
リュグナー様の見立てによれば、この少女が我らの言う。
Very rash.
こいつを始末すれば、あとはグラナと伯爵を懐柔するだけで、この町は容易に落ちる。
She's not scared at all. She's not flinching.
強いよ。
俺よりもか？
断頭台のアウラよりも。
Motherfucker, I saved the world! You better start putting some goddamn respect on my name. Oh my god. I know I mentioned it throughout the episode one time, but just to sort of, and again, no spoilers for any other animes. But in Monster, it's sort of a recurring gag almost, or at least a recurring sort of funny moment for me is that there's sort of a fugitive on the loose, and he is very recognizable. He is an Asian man in a place where there are not a lot of Asian men, and he is sort of a surgeon. So, you know, anytime someone recognizes him, they essentially go, "Oh my God, you're the Asian doctor on the news." This is the sort of same thing that should be happening in this show. The minute you see a white-haired elf, and apparently elves are so insanely rare, and everyone knows that elves live forever, essentially, at least compared to humans. The minute that someone sees Frieren, they should know that it's Frieren. You know what I mean? One of the four, okay? One of the John Lennon of the group. So I just find that funny. A nice little parallel for another one of my favorite animes. That was a really goddamn good episode. And I think that's sort of... I got a lot of lore, a lot of information on demons, and whom obviously... again, I don't know if this story is going to go down the route of having like a big bad fight at the end, you know what I mean? Like with a overwhelming plot and, you know, recurring villains. I don't know if the story is going to go that way. It doesn't need to, in my opinion. Not that it would be a negative if they do, I'm just saying that, you know, they have multiple options. They can do whatever the fuck they want. They've already earned my trust. but I sort of liked getting this sort of, almost political war side. I said, and again, I don't want anyone to call me a hypocrite. I'm going to defend myself. I said earlier in the one of my reactions how I like how unique this is for a sort of medieval fantasy-based story, and how it isn't just your classic big war, you know what I mean? Humans versus magic people, this. It's unique, and it's more minuscule, smaller scale, and we're able to explore characters even deeper than usual. Again, I love stuff like that. My favorite sort of story is that Song of Ice and Fire. I like those stories, and if they were to add little aspects, little tidbits of that, I would love it. You know what I mean? And even if they did, you sort of pivot towards something more like that. We've already had an amazing start, and we already have amazing characters to build off of. So there's no complaints, there's no problems or anything like that. Specifically, those demons were very, very good sort of villains. They had, funny enough, aura. So there were 7 rages, and those were sort of. So it was the Demon King, and then he had 7 rages, like his Kingsguard almost from Game of Thrones. And one of them was Aura. And then under Aura is Lenny, Draught, and Lugnor or Lunor. And I really it was sort of cool, calm, collected, almost like a serial killer. That was the sort of vibes I got. And even sort of Draught was like a young and experienced, like, quick to anger, quick to step forward sort of character. So I find this interesting. And again, I don't know. They could go a lot of ways with this. And obviously they've sort of just been focusing on Frieren and her past and the present journey. I don't know, again, if we will go beyond that. If we will sort of have some big political sort of another world-saving moment. It's crazy how, like, the 4 strongest warriors, they defeated the Demon King. They didn't eradicate everyone. There's still a big threat, and it's been looming for 80 years. They've been essentially been given 80 years of break to sort of rebuild. So I would say that's a mistake, but I don't. Again, I would assume at some point maybe we would have to learn a little bit more lore and origin about demons, but I don't know if I'm able to right off the bat say that they're just pure evil. I mean, Frieren 100% does feel that way, but I don't know. And even Flamois felt that way, and those are the 2 people I probably trust the most in the world, not even in the anime, in my life, okay? If those 2 say anything, I'm on board. But at the same time, I feel like a recurring thing in a lot of stories is the fact that, like, you don't judge immediately. Like, again, I joke in the episode, I don't want to call Frieren racist, but are they all completely 100% evil? Like, are they just born evil? Or because they're sentient, obviously, they have their own thoughts and opinions and goals, I think, and I don't know if their main objective is just evil or something like that. I don't know the exact specifics of it, so to speak. So I could see a world in which we maybe do try to make peace with them. Again, not that it, again, and sorry for saying again, this story can go many different ways in the end game. So I'm not saying like it's a necessity, we have to figure that out. Because again, these could just be, the demons could just be the antagonist, you know what I mean? Like the evil thing that we need to defeat on our journey. There doesn't need to be a multifaceted layers, complex details about their origin and their goals. That doesn't need to happen, but it could happen. That's why I'm saying, and that's why I'm, again, I do trust Frieren and her opinion, and she's obviously a very experienced in life, very wise, so she knows what she's talking about, but at the same time, I don't know. I don't want to say I would be the village leader who would let them back in, but I feel like I have sympathies towards them, because I don't know. They seem, and again, that's what they're talking about, the human speech. They seem very human, and it seems like they can maybe have opinions. Obviously, they have hierarchies, they have leaders, they have leadership, you know what I mean, and they have relationships with each other. So I don't, you know what I mean? Like, are they just evil humans? Like, I don't know. I don't want to read too much into it. I would assume, obviously, next episode is going to involve them, where Frieren is not only going to fucking mop this bum in front of her. But I hope that she comes up to save the day. Graf Ganot is a Dumbo. But I like him. He's sort of I like him a lot. I don't know how to explain it. He reminds me of a couple of Vinland Saga characters. Very tough and something I've definitely talked about once or twice. I've had to have, but I don't know if I've put a lot of focus on it. Not only like the animation, the art style, the character design, and all three of those things are genuinely incredible. And this is one of the most unique looking shows I've ever seen. It's funny. Again, I'm pretty sure this is a Madhouse show. A lot different than Madhouse shows I've usually seen. Stuff like Death Note and Monster. And again, I referenced them. I think I referenced them last episode, maybe. And I don't know. Maybe that might have been on an Oshinoko reaction. I don't know. But this show is so vibrant and colorful. It's a lot different than the sort of animes I'm used to, where they're sort of muted, dark, gloomy, depressing stories. And again, I'm not saying that like Attack on Titan, Monster, or Death Note are ugly or anything like that. Don't misunderstand what I'm saying. But it's those stories, especially Death Note and Monster, they're a lot more modern, a lot more cityscape. There's not a lot of room for like pure beauty. And I think this whole story of Frieren is all ethereal and whimsical, and the character designs are so out there and wacky, but not One Piece level wacky. They are sort of almost grounded. It's like a really beautiful fantasy story, and I really enjoy that a lot. The colors, I don't know. I don't know if you guys can tell, and I don't want to go on a fucking rant about colors or anything like that because I think that might be a little stupid. But on the channel, I have different borders around the shows I watch. I have different lights in the background. I do like to spice it up with color a lot. So I don't want some sort of monotone thing every time. And again, I'm not saying like I've watched black and white shows that are amazing, fantastic, and are beautiful, But same thing going with these sort of different genres thing that I talked about in my last couple of reactions. I want difference. I don't want to watch the same thing over and over. And I think this is such a, pun intended, bright spot when it comes to the look, the visuals. And they perfectly match the sort of wholesome nature of the show, but at the same time, they're not afraid to do some dark shit. And as we saw with this episode, when it got dark, when some depressing shit was happening, it got gloomy, it got dark, it got, fiery. It's incredible. And I like seeing that. I like seeing him will make a mistake almost, because again, I keep describing him as some sort of like perfect human, maybe a little bit of gooberish, and sort of, again, I don't want to call him cocky, like good confidence, if that makes any sense. But also he's not like some like big schemer or anything like that. He makes mistakes, you know what I mean? And he's, again, I don't know how to explain it. He's not boring, but he's, do you understand what I mean? He's more simple, in a good way. He's sort of like your classic, like, I'll save the day person, but it sort of shows that on this journey he also went on a journey, you know what I mean? And not just with the connections he made, but his sort of mindset and his outlook. And I think again, I don't know if I'm reading into it too much, but I think a lot of that was because of Frieren, and that is maybe why he sort of really liked her, because she sort of changed his world, if that makes sense. I got goosebumps thinking about that. Again, 10 years, she had such a lasting impact on him, morally, information-wise, fighting style, I assume, everything. Like, I'm sure, again, I don't want to call it crazy. Like, man, this is like the equivalent of, like, you know what I mean, having like a 2-month crush in college or something like that and thinking about her for the rest of your life. Like, I would assume that that's what happened. Like, he was fucking in love and smitten with this woman, this entity, and it would just sort of never given back. Whether or not, I would assume it was mainly due to the fact that Frieren didn't really understand it, or again, maybe she sort of pushed herself away. You didn't want to get close to anyone, and again, also they've talked about the sort of elves aren't really romantic. I don't know. I think that maybe could be a lie, to be quite honest. Or at least maybe elves have a hard time understanding what romance is, and love, because they're so, again, they talked about monsters being raised not by their parents and being thrown out into the world alone, I think would be akin to, I don't want to call Frieren a monster, but maybe a part of her thinks of herself as a monster, and she was sort of alone her entire life, except with Flamois. And sort of the only other time she really connected with people was in that journey, but she still sort of wanted to keep everyone at bay, didn't want anyone to get too close, didn't want to learn a lot about people because she didn't want to miss them. She didn't want to think about them when they died as much. I don't know if I'm reading anything correctly. I'm having a fun time talking about it. Again, I don't know what it is, because I don't really think of myself as someone who like loves love stories and ships people and anything like that, but fucking Himmel and Frieren, oh my god, I just want him to be with her. Oh, they were so perfect. They sort of played off of each other perfectly. They sort of bettered each other, and maybe they didn't, in Frieren's sense, maybe they didn't realize it at the time, but they both had such an impactful impact, I don't know, on each other throughout their life, or their short time that they knew each other. I really hope, again, obviously Himmel's dead, so the only time we're going to really get some sort of modern speak with him, no, I don't know, I'm going crazy here. The only time we'll get like, you know, current time dialogue with him is through, you know, Frieren speaking with his dead soul, spirit, I don't know. And I would really love it if he, you know, says stuff like, I thought about you all the time. Obviously, I got emotional in the first episode when she goes to grab the horn. Like, he was like, this may not mean a lot to you, but this meant a lot to me. This meant everything to me. I got goosebumps thinking about that moment right there. So, it's one of those things, like, I don't know. This show hits me hard. Hits me really hard. I don't know if it's because... I don't want to get too personal here. I don't know. I'm only 21. I just turned 21 like 2 weeks before filming this. You know what I mean? In January. So I'm not saying like now it's a thing, but like I don't regret anything now, but I could see a world in which I would regret stuff soon, if that makes any sense. So maybe a part of it's hitting home. I don't know. I just don't know. This is an emotional masterpiece. I love everything about it, and I really like we've sort of got our first little taste, our first little step into danger, into evil, into plotting, into scheming, and I really like it. And obviously, if we continue on this journey, this 10-year journey again, we will have to go to End. We will have to defeat, I don't know if it's going to be the new Demon King, a reincarnation of the Demon King, or just the Demon King's remnant army with the remaining 7 rages, who we have one, Aura, is still alive. So I don't know if there's probably going to be more, but probably going to be 4 actually. Okay, that's the prediction. We're going to have 4 people in our party, and there's going to be 4 of the 7 rages left. They're going to be more powerful than before, and we're going to have to 1v1, 1v1, and 1v1. Sort of our final boss, if that makes any sense. But I don't know if I'm getting too cliche. I don't know. But that was a phenomenal episode of TV, of anime, of anything. I love it. If you guys like the video, drop a like, leave a comment. I'd appreciate it. I have got the full-length reactions up on Patreon. And if you like the content I make on the channel, please subscribe. It really helps me out. I'll see you guys in a couple days.